Hello everybody, welcome back to Trusteft Retro Weekend. This time we have Khalaan. It is a strategy game very similar to another strategy game of the same period, Joan of Arc. In this game you play a fantasy caliph, a king or duke or something of the Middle East, of a fantasy Middle East anyway. You have the option of two caliphs, both of which provide different starting point and different monthly income. The main resources in the game are gold, food and water. If you run out of any of them, you are screwed. Starting the game, you are given different options. So you can choose how long the game will be, how fast it will be, because this is a real-time strategy game, plus a few other things. As you proceed, you'll see the game actually is unlike most games of the period. First of all, the world map. The world map is two-dimensional as it can be. You cannot go up or down. It is more like a cylinder of sorts. You can only go left or right to scroll the map. The map is populated by a number of cities and fortresses. Some of them are owned by other caliphs and some of them are independent. There is politics in the game. You get messages and you can send messages, one of which asks you to give up. As I have done here, I accepted to give up the game. Why? Because I didn't actually read what it said. Yep, that was clever. So the opponent won the game. That was probably also the shortest strategy game ever. Still, I didn't give up. Now, when I first got the game like 23 years ago, I was in love with this game. It was terrible to control, but there was something about it. Now, in this game you can raise an army, as you can see here, from your main city, and you can choose how many troops you're gonna have. The number of troops increases over time, and how many supplies they're gonna have with them. Bear in mind, you have to remember that each month your army consumes, if I remember correctly, 3 times their number in gold, 15 times their number in food, and 30 times their number in water. So if you don't have enough of them, either don't create the army, or make sure that that the army, or not make sure, but know that the army will disband within a month. As you continue, you can send the army to conquer other fortresses, other cities, and destroy enemy armies. You can also embark them or disembark them on ships. You can actually have action battles, naval battles, which is quite a first if I remember correctly, at least for a strategy game. As time goes on, you get various messages from what other armies and other caliphs have done, but you also have the option to give your own orders. Among them, for secret missions, are assassination, corruption, espionage, and theft, as you can see here. After you choose your order, you give a target. Then you choose who is going to try this. As you can see here, we have Rashid, Mohammed, and Salima. You choose one of them, and then you pick the amount of money you're going to give them. The more you give them, the better chance of them succeeding. If all goes well, you get a good result and the information or result you are after. If not, you risk losing not only the money you gave them, but also the agent. At the end of the month, you get income in terms of gold, food and water. Unless of course something bad happens. Something very bad. Other orders you can give are basically send diplomatic letters to other caliphs. But before you do that, you need to improve your status. Seeing here, we have the army storming an enemy fortress, independent fortress. To do that, you have two action sequences. One is here, you play as an archer. Be careful not to die. And you have to kill all the enemy troops. If you do that, then you storm the castle from the right side, and you have to kill the enemy garrison. If you manage to do that, then the castle or city is yours. What that means is extra territory, extra power, and of course extra income per month. To supply your army, you can also build caravans. Very important. Yes, there is a magic lamp available for you to use a few times, and you mostly get what you wish for. Unfortunately, you cannot wish to win the game. But things like prosperity work fine. You get some bonuses. If you want to play this game, you have to devote some time to learn its ins and outs. The GUI could be better. You have to press the mouse button and hold for anything to happen. And the various action sequences are not the easiest ever. A very good game nonetheless, if you like strategy games. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.